Good afternoon, everybody. Sorry that this video is coming out a little late in that I didn't have one up at all yesterday, but yesterday was a bit of a tough day. We had to say goodbye to one of our cats that we'd had for 14 years, so yeah. But that aside, let's move forward with the forecast. So today, we're going to be starting out by looking at our 500 millibar chart as usual. Excuse me. And we do have a trough situated. It's just starting to move out of Michigan, and it is moving off to the east. Behind it here, it looks like we have a pretty uniform, smooth pattern, at least until we get to a bit of craziness over here out west. And so one might think that tomorrow would be a pretty calm day with nothing out of the ordinary. Well, not exactly. As we head into tonight and into tomorrow morning, this craziness out west really develops. We have a low pressure center to start to develop on the US-Canada border there, and it very quickly dives south, and the trough here really amplifies. And next thing you know, this right here is noon tomorrow. We have a pretty large trough, or a pretty strong trough, and we are right in the region where you would expect to see some ascent for precipitation, and of course this is going to have some implications on what's happening in the lower levels too. To see these implications, we will go down to the surface and look at temperature and pressure. As we go through the evening tonight and overnight and into the morning, we see a pretty big low pressure system develop here and kind of move eastward. And this low pressure system will bring in some warm air and some more moist air, and then it will bring in a cold front behind it. Of course, with all of these fronts, there will be rising motion for precipitation, so a lot of things saying that we're going to have some precipitation tomorrow. So let's take a look and see how the models portray that. Well, as we move through tonight, there's not a whole lot, but as we get into tomorrow and as that low pressure system and as that trough moves overhead, a lot of rain moves into the area. Again, this right here is noon, so the rain starts to move in probably, 11, 10, 9, 9 a.m.-ish. And it's going to be raining for much of the day, pretty much until evening time. This is 7 p.m., I believe. So it'll be, pretty light, steady rain throughout the day. Then maybe we have a little bit of lake effect snow bands stretching out, so maybe we get some snow flurries overnight and into Friday morning. We will have to continue to watch that to see how that evolves, but it is going to be a rainy day tomorrow. Taking a closer look at temperature, it's going to be no surprise that it should be above freezing for much of the day tomorrow, especially since today, in fact, the temperature right now is actually 41 degrees here in Lansing, which is much warmer than it was supposed to get today. And it looks like that is going to be as warm as it gets today. So that will be our high for the day. As overnight and into the evening, it really won't get much colder. We might dip below 30, but if we do, it shouldn't be far below 30 at all. And as we head into the day, tomorrow, that low pressure system starts drawing up all that warm air. And these temperatures are, again, this is mid-40s. We could see temperatures 44, 45, 46. So if you've really been hating the cold lately, enjoy this while it lasts. Well, try to anyway, through all the rain. As this low pressure system continues to progress, the cold front comes in tomorrow night. And as far as this goes out, we can see that the temperatures are at least going to drop into the low 20s, perhaps lower, depending on how much of this protrudes in. Now we are going to take a look at wind, and I'm going to go ahead and guess that the wind is going to get quite strong as the low pressure system moves through tomorrow. And of course, this evening, it should actually be really calm. But again, as that low pressure starts to move in, it does get a little bit windy. These are the maximum sustained wind gusts, or not gusts, but maximum sustained wind through the day tomorrow. So we could be looking at 20 up to 25 miles per hour. In reality, we're probably going to see 15 to 20 mile per hour sustained winds, but the gusts could probably be stronger. So let's take a look at the gusts. And yeah, gusts could, oh goodness. So gusts could be as high as 40 to 50 miles per hour, at least according to all of the different models that are running calculations. So it could be a windy one tomorrow. Probably not a great day to be outside despite the warmer temperatures. You got the constant rain, the wind. Honestly, it might feel a lot more like fall than winter. Speaking of the rain, well, how much rain are we supposed to get? Well, this is quantitative precipitation, so it kind of gives an estimate of how much precipitation is expected to fall. And this is for the full 48-hour forecast period. This includes now, tonight, tomorrow night. Of course, the vast majority of the precipitation, or well, pretty much all of it, is going to be falling tomorrow. And it looks like we're expecting about 1/2 inch to 3/4 of an inch across much of the lower Michigan area. You see this little brighter blue band that kind of stretches up towards Lansing. That is the band that is 3/4 of an inch to a full inch. So really, we could be looking, we're probably going to be looking at around 3/4 of an inch of rain here in the Lansing area. That is pretty much all I have for today's video. And I think at some point in the future, I'm going to try to experiment with different ways of communicating the forecast. A lot of people probably have no interest in seeing the colorful maps or, hear some technical babble. So I'm going to see if I can't create some more professional looking graphics that you might see on TV or something. But that's probably going to take some time, but it is something I want to experiment with. Other than that, that is it for today, and I hope to see you tomorrow.